Another hot day here at Dubai International Cricket Stadium for the Tornadoes and the Sapphires, the second game of the Fairbreak Invitational 2022. Sapphires have won the toss. Sana Mir, their skipper, out of retirement, the former Pakistan captain, electing to bowl first, sending in the Tornadoes, which means we get to see Stefani Taylor and Sophie Devine, two of the most powerful hitters in the game, coming up any moment now. Fielders outside the circle at deep third and fine. Catcher at slip. And we're away, game 2 of the Fairbreak Invitational. Frustration for Devine at the recently completed World Cup Georgie on home soil in New Zealand. That golden generation of New Zealand cricketers who haven't been able to get it done really on the big stage over the last 4 or 5 competitions, be it at 50 over level or 20 over level, and so it was again not making the semi-finals. Edged and dropped. That could be costly. End of the first over, 6 without loss to Tornadoes. On the drive through the gap. At least a couple out towards the rope. 4 more through the cordon. Oh, Boulder! That's one way to take the wicketkeeper out of the equation, straight through the gate. Shabnim Ismail in the book, and the Tornadoes lose their first wicket with the score on 18. That was a vicious op-cutter.
Yeah, you just see that there. There was nothing she could do about that. Shabnim Ismail is just such a consummate professional. The passion in that is just Sophie Devine loses her stump, and she's got to go. She's looking disappointed. Gone for 10 off 9. Sophie Devine. Tornadoes 18 for 1 after just over 2 overs.
Runs. Buys or wides? Watch for this one. Yep, buy signal, the MCC interpretation rather than the ICC in this competition, but edging again. Shot to finish.
A terrific back foot shot. Delightful chop backward, but that'll be 4. Wow. Extraordinary timing. Kerry Chan for over 3, and Steph Callis. Well, I've had enough of defending this. That is a delightful strike to bring up the 50 partnership.
Absolutely glorious again from Steph Callis, who's just been all class. Gee, she's played some classy shots, and this is one of them, straight down the ground. Chan, nothing she can do about it. She's bowled really well so far, but this time Stair just took her on and came down the wicket.
Oh, Lily Quicker, brilliantly bowled. And Babette the lead completes a wonderful dismissal. Top-class cricket.
Top-class cricket, and seeing too the associate players put on their best. Some terrific bowling. That's been a great innings by Callis, and wonderful work behind the stumps by Deleed. Went down the ground again. She took it quite away to her right. Good reactions. Excellent work.
Cut away down to third man, and they're scurrying back for 2. It's going to be close. And we're heading upstairs. Could we see another quick wicket?
This could be a close one. The tension mounts here. Sapphires are looking confident. They're high-fiving each other.
Let's have a look. Putting in the dive, Natasha Miles, but she has come up a long way short, and that's a huge wicket. Huge wicket for the Sapphires, and they go bang bang.
And that's the end of Natasha Miles. Out for 1. She's not having a good time of it at the moment, Natasha Miles. She's been out here for a while, actually, hasn't she, playing for Hong Kong against the UAE. Score now 72 for 3.
That's cut away as runs round to drag it in. What a dive.
In the air, should be out. Yes, it is. It's an easy catch in the end. It's the end of Taylor, out for 19 of 22 deliveries. And the score now 75 for 4. The Tornadoes struggling here.
Let's see this again. Cross-batted shot, but it's just on the toe of the bat and it's gone nowhere. Invitational running around and taking a very regulation catch, and for Tornadoes now 75 for 3. Correction, 75 for 4. Well, that's a wicket. A feather on it straight through to the keeper, and another one falls. That's 80 for 5.
And it's Sunny Luz who's out as well, the South African. Very little foot movement there. And just catches the edge. Clever bowling from Kadali. Again, that's her second wicket, the 17-year-old, the teenager, is really in amongst it there. It's 80 for 5, Tornadoes. Be short there. It's in the air, but it's not catchable. Just gone behind point, and it will go for 4. Came off the meat of the bat there from Martin, and just can feel that valve being released a little bit there with the pressure. They've got to be inventive, these two. They've got to keep up and get a better run rate to put up a competitive score.
See the ball just dropping short, but wide, and Eddie Martin up to the task, but just out of reach of the diving Farron.
Big edge 4. Straight into the hands of first slip. The lead up to the stumps had no chance. Martin into double figures. That's well struck. Bellani with work to do, but it ends up spilling into the rope, and that brings up the 100 for the Tornadoes. Bellani did well to reach the contest, but yeah, struck nicely enough from Martin. As you pointed out before, Georgie, a lot of runs scored down at deep third through the course of this innings. It might have been the most productive quadrant of the ground for the Tornadoes behind point. Excellent bowling. Ismail pace off, knows that Martin is going leg side in order to access deep point. Slips through with the slower ball. Martin skiddled for 22. Ismail gets her second wicket.
Yeah, and that's just the pace of Ismail there, the precision. She's just looking so good. She just got that bit of a cutter there, and that's the second time today she's sent bails flying. It's a very happy Shabnam Ismail there, and the Sapphires are looking dominant. They've got the Tornadoes 119 for 6 with just 2 balls remaining in the innings.
2 balls to go. And bowls as well. You miss, Ismail hits. That's the third time she's bent the stumps back. Once at the start and twice at the end. She'll be on a hat-trick for the final ball. Diana Baig bowled for a golden duck.
Oh, and that is Shabnam Ismail at her best. We've seen some phenomenal bowling from her today. The bails flying. Diana Baig, you can't expect her to come out and do that much for her side as a tail ender. 119 for 7 with just 1 ball remaining for this Tornadoes innings.
And she finished the job. Oh, ever so close to a hat-trick. Well, I'll tell you what, that will be interesting She was on the advance. They'll go upstairs, I expect, or was she back? Either way, there'll be no run from the final ball. A superb final over from Shabnim Ismail. So just 29 runs coming in the final 5 overs, losing 2 wickets to Tornadoes there in consecutive deliveries. Only 3 runs in the 20th. Martin and Baig bowled in consecutive deliveries from Shabnim Ismail. But it was what she did at the top, knocking over Sophie Devine for 10 in just the 3rd over of the innings, 10 from 9 balls. And then 4 for 12 was the collapse in the middle. The catalyst for that, the work of Kodali. The American teenager, 2 for 20. She impressed, as did Cham with her spin, 1 for 22. So the Sapphires need an even run of ball to claim victory in this second game of the Fairbreak Invitational. 120 in 20 overs, and we'll be back after the break to continue our commentary here at the Dubai International Sports Stadium. The Tornadoes restricted to 119 for 7.
Terrific start. A little bit of outswing. Great length. It took a bit of pad down the leg side. Eddie Martin asked the question. Well, the call with the new... Now Lewis goes in the air and not far enough. First wicket down. So the first attempt to hit over the field fails. And Elise Villani gets out. The Satirang. Pretty easy catch.
Easy catch in the end, absolutely. And nice bit of late in-swing. She those lethal in-swingers, this Thai lady. 2 for 1 now into this second over in the power play, the Sapphires.
So Delita takes them on. Plays the aggressive shot. That is a very fine stroke.
Yeah, she saw it nice and early. That came right out of the meat of the bat. She knows where the gaps are here. Babette Delide. The pull off the front foot. Just dragged it down a little bit too much there, Diana Rigg.
Yeah, that stroke it has caused a change in the field. The slip comes out. Bit of width on offer this time, and that one makes the gap. Babette Delide gets her first boundary, and the Sapphires just break.
It doesn't look quite as good a wicket as it did the other day, but nice boundary there, nice half volley straight through the covers.
Another one wide and full, and another one that will be put away. This one behind points. Terrific over for the Sapphires, and Babette Delide in particular. 4 gone, 23 for 1.
No, I don't think so. I think captaincies are really, as the ball goes up in the air. Oh.
That's something you don't see very often. And I just wonder, was Sophie indicating, and it might have got up those lights that Heather was talking about. It's see, quite lofted. It's a tough one back over your left shoulder. But it's something she would normally take. Which gets swept, and it gets swept for 4. Babette Delide is putting away every loose delivery, so it's 30 for 1 off 5.
We're quite lucky we've got 2 Brazilian players in our team, Roberta and Laura, and luckily Roberta speaks very fluent English and is able to translate a little bit. We've got Henrietta from Rwanda who understands English but doesn't speak as much, so I think lots of hand gestures. I think that'll certainly be the way to do it, and cricket's a universal language as well, isn't it? But I do think body language and how you are around those players is going to be really important, and yeah, it's certainly going to be a bit of a test, but also a really nice challenge, and a really fun one to have to deal with as well.
I think she made it. I will go upstairs and check that one. Fielding side don't look overly confident. Might be.
Looks out to me.
Yes, I don't think we'll need too many looks at this one.
No dive there from the batter, and as expected, the finger is raised. And I think in those situations, when you make the dive, you do get that slight bit of extra ground and make it to the crease. But no dive there from Dalude, and she departs for 24. Very brisk 24.
That's a huge 6.
What a shot. Releases the pressure massively, that slog sweep. Going a good couple of metres over the leg side boundary.
And that is 8 overs gone. The score 50 for 2. And that's the second 6 of the day. Seen too many maximums. The wicket just looks a little bit tougher than last night's wicket, and possibly see that change a little bit now that the lights are coming on. Things are cooling down a little bit. Lovely sweep shot. Another piece of phenomenal ground fielding out on the boundary. Diana Baig, outstanding. Some of the ground fielding today around the boundary has been absolutely phenomenal.
Players.
That's a wicket. Look at that. And the celebration. Fantastic piece of cricket. And what a wicket for the young Malaysian.
And that is the end of Kim Garth as well. She was looking like she was breaking the shackles earlier with a massive 6. She just came forward, just pressed forward really. Was well out of a crease, and Katie Martin, well, she's done that a gazillion times in her career. Incredibly experienced, and fantastic celebrations as Kim Garth departs for 11. Sapphires 56 for 3.
Oh,
What a catch! What a catch! First slip, phenomenal captaincy, and Kerry is on her way.
Dura Singham on fire. What an impact she has made. That's the end of Kerry Chan's very brief innings. Just got the little edge. Trying to dab it away on the offside, and that was a terrific take in the end, falling away. Got both hands to it. And Chan departs for none. And the Sapphires finding this chase quite difficult. They are 59 for 4 in the 10th over.
Well, the game certainly changed here, and it may change again. No, that's safe, and that's a very good hit. The Sapphires have lost a couple of wickets. Nicely flighted. Lewis takes it on and gets it. 4.
Yeah, Soph Devine just couldn't quite get back to that one.
That is very, very close. Beautifully bowled, Sita Ranamaga. I'm not sure why Gabby Lewis feels she's got to reverse sweep that. Just hit it down the ground, but batters make mistakes, and that's a terminal one.
Yeah, she's just gone for the reverse there, got herself all in a twist, and Sita Rana is the happiest woman out there right now. Look at that celebration. She is buzzing. There's hugs all round from the Tornadoes. What a recovery from that for the ball before to come back and take a wicket. So the Sapphires 72 for 5, need 48 from 44. This is going to get tight as we go into the latter part of this.
This time she uses the crease and gets in close, but just as I've given her a rap for having a lot of control, she bowls a full bunger and it gets put away by Tash Farron.
Chips it up to mid-off. One-handed effort, doesn't quite drag it in. Shanita had work to do there at mid-off and ever so close to it. Go there. Across the line, does it well, Sanamir. The skipper mowing a boundary. Will she go straight, Farron? She does, she tries, but it's skied up in the air. Important moment, and taken. Sune Loose, the South African skipper. A crucial catch there. Had plenty of hang time. Farron saw mid-off inside the circle. Tried to take it over the top of her head, but unsuccessfully. Diana Bay gets a wicket at an important time.
It's in the air a long time. It's an easy catch with that international Sune Loose. He picked out the fielder there, unfortunately, for the batsman. Great celebrations from Diana Page. And the score now, 92 for 6.
Quick single, has to hit here. Surely out, given on the field. Don't even bother going upstairs. Tip and run stuff. The Sapphires are capitulating. Ismail, run out for 1. Sune Loose keeping her cool. Just 1 run and the run out in 5 deliveries in this over. Sanamir calling Ismail through, but never stood a chance. They have defended this magnificently so well so far.
Absolutely, and out by a country mile there. Just the building of pressure causes mistakes. They take more risks, batsmen, because they have to. 93 for 7 now, Sapphires.
That's better contact. That's what they needed to go all the way. Nah, 1 bounce over the rope. Edge gone. Diana Bay goes a fraction shorter, hits the seam a little bit quicker as well. Sanamir trying to find the same gap and safely pouched by the veteran Katie Martin behind the wickets. 99 for 8. They've still got plenty of runs to get, 21 runs to get from the final 7 balls, and that may well be the decisive moment of this match. Isabel Duncan.
Yeah, and another great celebration there from Diana Baig as well, into the tornado, twirl of the fingers. But Sanamir in trouble and just trying to hit the leather off everything there. And finally she falls for 18. And the score 99 for 8 now, the Sapphires.
That's game over. The Tornadoes outstanding, restricting the Sapphires to 102 for 8. They win this game by 17 runs and they take all 4 points. It was early wickets that got them going. Villani falling in the second over of the chase, and they never really recovered. There were a couple of brief moments they looked like they might be on top of the task, but 2 wickets in 1 over from Durasinum really put the brakes on. And from there, they needed everything to go right, and nothing did. So the high score in the game was 32 from Stair Callis, but it proved instrumental in a victory, and they were able to defend 119 for 7. They win by 17 runs.